I'm Adam Booth and you're watching Sporting Icons.
So the WBC president, Mauricio Suleiman, about 2 weeks ago, he said how he's going to be speaking with Tyson Fury soon for Tyson Fury to make a final decision about retiring before the Dillian Whyte fight, immediately after the Dillian Whyte fight, and since on podcasts such as with Piers Morgan and whatever else, Tyson Fury has reiterated that he's now retired, saying he's got nothing left to prove, he's got no interest in fighting the winner of Joshua Usyk, and if he did fight again, it'll only be about money. And he's not a money man, he's not a businessman, he's a Spartan, all that kind of thing. So therefore, he doesn't need the money, he's got enough money, what does he need any more money for? It'll just be a cash grab. Now, Mauricio Suleiman, he spoke to Sky Sports and he said that he has in fact spoken with Tyson Fury and he'll be giving Tyson Fury more time to make a final decision about his retirement. He's going to give him all the time that he requires. Now, what does that tell us? Well, that tells us a number of things. Firstly, he has spoken with Tyson Fury about that particular subject of Tyson Fury, are you retiring, yes or no? Quite clearly, Tyson Fury has not said, yes, I am retiring. So he'll tell the public, he'll tell the world, but when it comes down to the crunch of it, make the decision, are you actually retiring or are you lying to everybody? He couldn't come up with a decision. Now, I don't want Tyson Fury to retire. I've maintained it quite a lot now recently. I don't want to see him retire. I'd like to see Tyson Fury fight on for the next 2 or 3 years. And if he's going to go down as the greatest of this era, cool, wipe out the division. And if anybody can do it, it can be Tyson Fury, okay? He's an exceptional, one-of-a-kind boxer. He's elite. He's awkward. And he can punch a bit too, right? And if anybody deserves to be in an undisputed fight, it will be Tyson Fury, okay? He's earned that right, okay? Boxing ability cannot be questioned, okay? Now, I know some people may want to say how I'm upset because he beat Dillian Whyte and all that kind of stuff. No, I'm not upset at all about that. I'm really not. But what I am upset about is lies. I don't like lies. Now, I'm quite happy for Tyson Fury to be lying about his retirement because I don't want him to retire, but it's still a lie. It's another lie on top of a lie on top of a lie on this long history of lies that Tyson Fury comes out with. That part I've got a problem with. I don't like lies. There's no reason for people to lie. Now, I understand people can do things by accident and dig themselves into a hole and then maybe they have to lie and whatever else to maybe get themselves out of it. Listen, there are certain circumstances, but at the rate that Tyson Fury lies, he is a perpetual liar, is unnecessary. It's unnecessary. And some of his fans will give him a pass for many of the different things that he said in the past about homosexuals, about Jews and all these kind of things, and how he's going to give money to the homeless from his first purse of Deontay Wilder, was it $5 or $6 million? Imagine if you run that charity and you're expecting that kind of windfall to help you out and you don't get it. Imagine that. Plus many, many other things. And people want to give him a pass. Why? Because they love Tyson Fury. That's why they do it. And then they try and deflect and try and have a go at me because I will point out these things. Now, that's not me hating on Tyson Fury. That's me telling the truth, which means you don't like the truth. Sporting Icons is a hater. I'm not a hater. I'm a truth teller. Okay, that means I'm the opposite to Tyson Fury. Okay, that's what that means. And if you don't like the truth, you're quite welcome to go and follow other YouTube channels who will spin narratives for you, who will lie on his behalf. But I ain't going to do that. If you say you're going to retire, then I expect you to retire. I don't want him to retire, but I expect you to do that. If you say you're going to give money to charity, then I expect you to do that. And yes, I do feel aggrieved about the whole Anthony Joshua situation. I feel conned, and I feel personally conned, because obviously I was on a couple of podcasts with Bob Arum around that time where he reiterated to me, the Anthony Joshua Tyson Fury fight is definitely going to happen. I feel like he lied to me. And Tyson Fury played ball, knowing full well the Deontay Wilder fight was always probably going to happen. But people give him a pass. Oh, he's a genius. Oh, he's playing the public. What a funny guy. Is he? Or is he just a liar? Now, people might say, well, what difference does it make? Who really cares? Well, that's just you giving him a pass because you don't want to admit that you're being lied to. Effectively, he's lying to you. Now, some of you may well have murals of Tyson Fury on your wall, and every time you walk into the room, the song "Youre Gorgeous" will start playing on it. Okay, who sang that? Was it Baby Bird or something? Because I heard that song on the radio a couple of days ago. I don't know. I mean, I never realised how disgusting that song actually is. Anyway, they probably like that song. But Tyson is an exceptional boxer, but there's no reasons for him to lie. There's no reason for it whatsoever. I don't like liars. And some of the things that I hear about with Tyson, which of course I'd never make a video on, but I heard like a couple of years ago as to why, potentially reasons why, him and Peter Fury are no longer working together. And if any of those turn out to be true, then Tyson is a scumbag. He is a scumbag. No other word for it, scumbag. Is he telling the truth about the whole mental health thing that he's going through? People will get upset because I even dared to question that. Well, if he didn't lie so much, I wouldn't have to question it. Now, I'm not saying it's not true. And again, just because I've said this part, people will run around to other YouTubers and say, oh, Sporting Icon said that it's not true. But I never said that it wasn't true. But what I am saying to you is I have to question it. Was it his way to gather up a bit of a following so he can earn a whole ton of money? So we can go on doing tours and that around, telling the same old rhetoric time and time and time again. It's a good way of getting money. He says he's not a businessman, he's a Spartan, he don't care about money. That's why he's selling these energy drinks, right? That's why he's selling his merchandise all over the place, right? That's why, did he give the money to charity or did he not? I mean, you would think that the charity that he gave 6 million to would put out something to say thank you very much, but they didn't. So that would tell me that he probably didn't give money to charity. But that said, that's him outside the ring. Quite clearly, he's been brought up wrong. What can you do? Or it's just part of him. He can't help himself but lie. Because I don't see the likes of Shane as liars and things like that. I really don't. But the fact is, he said he's going to retire. And when you say you're going to retire, as many other people have done in the past, and they end up retiring, well, Tyson Fury should be retiring. I don't want to see him retiring, okay? Again, I reiterate, I don't want to see him retire. But this is just another thing where Tyson Fury is lying. Another thing. People may say that I'm bitter about Dillian Whyte. I'm not bitter about Dillian Whyte at all. I'm really, really not. Dillian didn't perform on that night. He didn't. He really didn't. But it's the outer ring things. And it's the fact that he's got this fan base who just defend him over anything and everything. That's why he continues to lie, because you allow him to lie to you. You're okay with being his bitch. I ain't. He said he's going to retire publicly, but when push comes to shove, he ain't retiring. He really isn't. He's just a liar, isn't he? He's a con man. Drop your thoughts below, click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you on the next video.